Let's hit the field.
It is Friday, May 16th, and it is the series that we have all been waiting for. Yankees, Mets, the return of Juan Soto to the Bronx, and the Yankees trying to stay hot. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Yankees draw first blood in the Subway Series. Here to talk about it with me is Terrence Kemp. But first, shout out to the New York Knicks, who are in the midst of handing out a good old-fashioned, passionate ass-whooping, up 92-57 on the Boston Celtics. And if they win, they will advance to the conference finals. TK, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, I'm doing well. So the Yankees beat the Mets. The Knicks look like they're going to close it out, play the Pacers next round. This is a good New York night for Yankee fans. For Met fans, not so much.
So, all right, you're not going to believe what happened to me, man. As Carlos Rodon was taking his warm-up tosses in the first inning, I hear a buzz, and I look up, and all my lights are out. And I had the circuit breaker went out, and I had to go reset it. And basically I missed, by the time everything came back up, I had missed the whole top of the first inning. So I actually missed Juan Soto's first at bat. So fill me in. What was the reaction like when he came to the plate? I missed that whole thing.
Oh man, wow. Well, I'm sure you can see it elsewhere, but I'll say just going into the series, this series had a lot of juice, and even watching it on TV all the way in California, you could tell that there was an October feel to the game. The crowd was electric. There was a buzz. They've said that a few times on the broadcast, and obviously Lindor leads off, right? So he's up at bat, but Soto's on deck, and just you feel the anticipation, it's really just bubbling up. And then, dude, they call his name. He's walking up to the plate, and he is just destroyed. Very interesting, though, because there was probably a good amount of Met fans. I would think 70-30 Yankee Met fans. I would think that's probably about right. So you could see there were definitely some cheers mixed in with the boos, because I think Met fans were trying to kind of overpower the Yankee fans. It didn't really work. And then Juan Soto gets up to the plate, and he tips his cap. He starts looking at the crowd, and he kind of waves.
While
and he's
getting
like, "Oh
booed?
yeah, hi." Yeah, while he's getting booed, "Oh hi guys, I'm back." And I remember kind of laughing when he did that. I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess
Maybe he was just joking.
I don't know if he's trolling or if he's kind of deflecting. He's like, this isn't bothering me. He's kind of doing that. So I don't really know what the inspiration, I guess, there was, but he kind of did something similar when he ran out to right in the field the first time. The bleacher creatures all turned their backs on him. It was hilarious. They were all just facing the other, basically
That's
the back
great.
of the stadium. And they all turned their backs. And then again, he did this little kind of, this little thing to the crowd, and people were still booing and stuff.
The
so
hang
he was
10.
kind of
He did the
playing
hang
with the
10.
crowd. Yeah. He did some weird stuff.
So good night for the Yankees. Not so much for Juan Soto. He went 0 for 2. He did walk 3 times. I like that Rodon just didn't let him beat him. He's like, you know what, you want to take first base? Go take first base, whatever. I'm not going to let him, kind of turn the energy of this Mets team by having Soto crank one into the bleachers. But let's get to the recap here.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
Game 44 of 162. And the Yankees jumped out to an early 4-0 lead in the third inning. Hits from Vivas, Bellinger, Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt had a really good night. Sac fly from Volpe. Soto tried to show off his arm, and it was a 3-hopper from about 200 feet away. Terrence, I've never seen you throw a baseball, but I'm convinced that you could have made a better throw home. From 200 feet away, you could reach home plate. That is a really, really poor throw.
I must say, back in my heyday, I could do 100 yards on a football field
Nice.
on the air. So I could definitely make a pretty decent throw. They even said that Kay and O'Neill were saying that wasn't a great throw. You got to put a little bit more air on that to at least one hop the plate. Which I think he has the arm strength to do, but he kind of just short-armed it or choked the ball a little bit too much. But so the ball kind of just dribbled into home plate, and Bellinger scores there. So, but it was kind of funny. Again, maybe that's crowd kind of getting into his head, because the ball's in the air, he's lining up to catch it, and just getting destroyed again, booed constantly. It's like when LeBron James came back to Cleveland as a member of the Miami Heat, and every time he touched the ball, the crowd just was on him every
I
time. It
remember
was like
that. That
that.
was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great patient at bats in that inning from a couple of the young guys. Dominguez and Peraza, also Judge, drew a walk. They got Tyler McGill out of the game early, which I thought was, big. What were you thinking when the Yankees were up 4-0? Were you thinking, all right, we got this in the bag, or were you still kind of worried a little bit?
No, I felt like we had it. I felt like Rodon definitely, I think, started out well, and then he kind of lost a little bit of composure, maybe got a little bit emotional towards the middle innings there. But just the fact that he was able to get through that and only give up 1 run. But I felt like they were playing well. Derek, it's hard to put your finger on it. It's not really quantifiable, but sometimes when you're like watching a game, you're just like very confident that, they're going to win, or you can feel it, or you almost feel when there's a loss coming. And it's not when it changes at like the last second of the game where you're either euphoric or you had your heart ripped out. I mean, Derek and I are watching the end of the game, and Derek's like, "If they blow this, dude, I'm going to lose it." I'm like, "Yeah, because they shouldn't. It really isn't a game."
If they blew that lead in the 9th inning, there would be a Derek Lewandowski shaped hole in the motherfucking wall behind me. I would have gone. I would have gone apeshit. Anyway, Yankees got a couple more in the 4th. Big hit from Paul Goldschmidt, who continues to have an unbelievable season. He also made one of the best plays you will ever see by a first baseman. Pop up down the line. He runs full sprint, full extension, snagged it. TK, is he the best offseason bargain pickup of the winter? I feel like he's the best signing, like dollar for dollar, that anybody made this winter.
Honestly, it's in the conversation. And when he made that play, I was so juiced. I was like, I was yelling in my living room, which I tried for my girlfriend's sake. I tried to reserve that for the postseason, but I was juiced up. So I kind of had to deal with the heat a little bit, but that's fine. But I really think just value for money, and just the fact that it's a 1-year deal and it's like so low risk. How old is he? 37, Derek? I think 37, 38.
Yeah, 37 years old.
Yeah, 37 years old. He's just a veteran, a professional. I think he's good in the clubhouse. He has a great approach at the plate. He takes his walks. He takes those kind of squibbler base hits if he has to, sack fly. He's not looking to swing for the fences every time up. So I love his approach. And honestly, he's been great in the field too. So he's been an absolute upgrade over Anthony Rizzo. There's no doubt about that. But I think across the league, Derek, it's definitely in the conversation. I would say, he's one of those Yankees where we could even talk about this at some point, but it's like he's worth every dime, worth every penny Yankee. You know what I mean? Like there are a couple guys on the team this year where Max Fried would be another one where it's like every dollar spent on that player has been totally
bargain.
Worth.
Like he's worth more than every dollar, every penny. I mean, he's a bargain, right? Lenara says Rizzo could never. Yeah, there's a reason Rizzo's not really
signed.
Yeah, I thought maybe he signed with the Cubs to retire or something like that, but I don't know. Anyway, we got the return of the man, the myth, the legend, Johnny Lasagna. Johnny Lasagna! I haven't done that in like 2 years. Johnny Lasagna! Do it twice to make up for lost time. I thought he looked good, man. We saw 98 today with the sinker. That made me feel real good. And he's rocking, I gotta say, one of the best beards on the team. I mean, he's been preparing. And for some reason, like I hadn't seen him in a while. And so when he showed up and he's got this like big beard, like Sons of Anarchy, I was like, dang. And it's still everyone. I mean, we've been watching it now for like 6 weeks, and I still am not used to it sometimes. I love it. I love the beards. But what'd you think of J-Lo tonight?
Dude, the fact that you haven't seen him in 2 years is because his elbow is made of lasagna. But I mean, he looked really good. It was good to see him. The beard, I think, kind of adds something, like a little, like kind of major league sort of thing to it. It's like I almost think it's like a meme when you look at him with this like soul patch thing going. But I think it works for him, and he looked good, and I'm happy to have him back. I think he could be a real weapon for us. He's a versatile arm. Aaron Boone apparently was telling Meredith Marakovitz that like he's an arm that he's comfortable putting in the 5th inning, the 7th inning, the 9th inning. It doesn't really matter. I think he can kind of close if he really had to, if Weaver needed an off night or whatever. Or he can come in like he did in the middle innings. I'm really happy that he's back. There you go. That's an ass kicking. Love to see it. But I'm happy to have him back because he's so versatile, and he's a versatile arm, and I hope that he stays healthy. That's the biggest problem with Lasagna. His Yankees career is health, and it's always been that. So let's hope that he stays healthy.
100%. Also, Devin Williams low-key threw the ball great tonight. He looked really, really good. I like that he came in against Pete Alonso and got him looking with the fastball and the changeup tonight. The airbender was really cooking. Has he turned a corner? And do you think that maybe even if he has turned a corner and is pitching well again, they should just leave him where he is? Like, I don't want to remove Luke Weaver from the closer spot.
Yeah, I think Luke Weaver has kind of just cemented himself as the closer. The other night, he looked absolutely fantastic, striking out the side, just dotting the fastball. He just has the mental makeup for it. I don't really see the need to pull him out of that role. And if Devin Williams has turned a corner, that's a really formidable 8th, 9th inning there. So
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that. And again, I've said this before, like I'm rooting for Devin Williams. I want him to pitch good. Like I'm a fan as well, right? But yeah, he's looked great lately. He looked good tonight, striking out the side. But I think the key for him, and Cohn made this point, I've made this point a couple times, was his commanding the fastball. Because when you have such a wipeout changeup, and it's practically a screwball, honestly, I don't even know what that thing is.
I think it might be technically a screwball.
It might be like
back
a
in the
screwball.
day, they might have called it a screwball.
Whatever the hell that thing is. But when you have a pitch like that, the key is you got to command the fastball. You got to keep guys honest because you can't just only rely on that pitch. And that was a guy like Tommy Kahnle last season was basically throwing like 36 changeups in a row. After a while, guys are sitting on that. And Pete Alonso, when he hit that home run last postseason against Williams to eliminate the Brewers, I think he's sitting changeup. So you got to be able to command the fastball and have people respect the fastball. Because if you throw a pitch like that, and then you throw a fastball that's honestly 94 miles an hour. It doesn't have to be 98 miles an hour. It looks like it's 98 miles an hour. So if he can command that fastball and throw that with confidence, which he did tonight, I think that's really the key for him, and that can maybe unlock him. So maybe Matt Blake in the lab found something with him.
So final thought before we wrap it up. Great job by Mr. Luke Weaver to nail it down. And the Yankees take game 1 of the series.
Game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
So the funniest comments are the people who want to give Juan Soto the belt. I actually thought about it because if you look at it, no, seriously, and this is serious. If you look at it, the people who won this game for the Yankees tonight, Cody Bellinger, who was 3 for 5, Goldie, who was 2 for 4, both parts of Plan B. You could call Devin Williams part of Plan B. I think they would have gotten him regardless because it was kind of like an even swap in money for Nestor Cortez. But really, this win made possible by Juan Soto signing with the Mets. But ultimately, I think we decided on someone else for the belt.
Yes, I just want to point out, though, Valdez did say belt pick the fans. And I did say to Derek jokingly, like in the green room, like, what if we picked the fans because of how on it they were with Soto tonight? But we went with Mr. Paul Goldschmidt tonight, the veteran. I think he deserved it. Had a good night at the plate, made a great play at first in the field. I don't think a lot of first basemen can even make that play, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to make that play. Had double written all over it, and he robs it and makes it an out anyway.
Janice Hop says Soto should be bum of the day. He was actually the inaugural bum of the day. But yeah, shout out to Paul Goldschmidt. This is his first belt. So you might notice the ticker has removed Cody Bellinger. He was on there yesterday. I had him in one of those games that Devin Williams blew, and I forgot to remove him. You know, because I have to build the show when it's going on, and I just forgot to remove him from there. So he has had one belt retracted. But right now, the leader in the clubhouse, Aaron Judge, with 4.5, and Carlos Rodon has done great. Fried has done great. Ben Rice has a couple of belts. So nice job for Paul Goldschmidt to get on the board. Quick word from our sponsor, Harry's, and then back with your reactions to this game. TK and I will answer your comments in 60 seconds. In baseball, as in life, it's all about having that extra edge, that little extra half second of a swing, the late break on a slider, or the grit to outlast your opponent on a hot afternoon. Same goes for shaving. Harry's gives you the edge where it counts. I tried the $5 trial set, and honestly, it's like the ace of my bathroom rotation. The handle's weighted just right, the razor is smooth, and the foaming shave gel lathers better than anything I have used before. I keep my beard tight around the jawline, clean edges, no irritation. Harry's handles it with ease. Even the packaging is big league, and their body wash, I've got the redwood scent. It's like a fresh cut field on opening day. Get the edge on your shave with Harry's razors. Normally their trial set is $10, but right now you can get it for just $5 at harrys.com/stripe. That's harrys.com/stripe for a $5 trial set. All right, TK, so are your sunglasses handy? Because I keep getting shamed for not wearing the fun hat. Look, guys, when I have headphones on, right, and I like to wear my studio headphones, they don't fit over the fun hat, the victory hat. So, TK, tell me you got the Martian glasses on somewhere.
I'd have to exit. But let me call in the bullpen real quick and let me see if I can get them super fast for you guys.
So we got a couple of comments here. Melanie Rodriguez says Belt should have gone to Cody. I do want to give an honorable mention to Cody Bellinger. He has really heated up. He over the past 10 games had hit 310, I believe, is what we said on the pregame show, and then 3 more hits tonight and a double. Do you think he's finally turned the corner, after that slow start? He was so great in spring training. He had that little back thing where he had to sit a day, and those things can linger. We don't know what it was like behind the scenes. He got food poisoned, and I think it just disrupted his timing, disrupted all that stuff. But now he seems like he's got it going.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think he's made the adjustments. He struggled out of the gate for sure. He had a great spring training, but he's looked really good. He's had very comfortable at-bats. And
there we go! Hey!
Yeah.
I love
He's had really comfortable at-bats. And I think, honestly, mechanically, he looks – I got a little scuff there. But I think mechanically he looks better. Like – is he a little bit more open to you, Derek, with his front leg is slightly more open? Just an adjustment that he's made, maybe? Something that I've observed?
Maybe. I don't really follow the stances too closely. Like, there was a time when I was doing highlights when I would notice every little thing. But now that I don't really do highlights anymore, it's tough for me to really, stare at it, like, well, I'm busy. But, whatever he's doing is working. It does seem like he's moving less at the plate. Like, they pointed that out today. Early on in the season, he did have a little bit more movement with the hands. And I think that, just keeping your head still, keeping your eyes still can really contribute to seeing the ball better. Knicks, by the way, up 110-76 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We got a question here from Steve Fontaine. Says, are you watching the movie 28 Years Later? I probably will. I'm not going to go see it in the theaters. TK, you're a Hollywood guy. What's worth watching right now? I haven't seen anything good in a while.
Dude, honestly, do you like Marvel movies?
Some of them. I don't. Yeah, I like the Avengers. I like the Hulk movies. I liked the Captain America movies.
Listen, I just saw Thunderbolts like a week ago. It was really good. This is
Was
the
it?
first time. Marvel. Honestly, they kind of cooked with that one. It was the first time they've come out with a movie that was kind of its own vibe, and I think they were kind of missing that, and I really enjoyed it. And then what's coming out soon that I'm excited for is Mission Impossible. I'm a big fan of that franchise. That to me is a movie that's like, I'll go see that on IMAX just to see the action sequences. And I'm excited for that one. So I think that comes out like on the 23rd, and I'll definitely go check that out.
Yeah, I'll probably check that out at IMAX, with the gigantic screen. And if I miss it at IMAX, because sometimes I can't get tickets, like it was only one in town, so it's very difficult to get tickets that line up with my schedule, which is absolutely berserk during baseball season. Because I work mornings and then I have the baseball, thing. So I have to go on like a weekend at night, but you have to get tickets like way in advance. So if I miss it, I'll watch it on like my VR headset and put it on like a massive. I've got that Apple Vision Pro, and you can put like a 1,000,000-foot screen. It's pretty cool. It kind of looks like your glasses right now.
For those of you who want the translation for that, is that Derek has IMAX at home. That's what he's saying.
Basically. Gregory Wayne says, good lineup tonight. What are the chances we see the same lineup tomorrow? Probably zero. Consistency with this management crew. Look, I don't think we're going to see the same lineup tomorrow. I think we're going to see Ben Rice in there. I think you'll probably see Dominguez sit on Sunday against the lefty. So I think tomorrow Trent Grisham will be out of the lineup, and we'll have Bellinger in center field. That would be my guess. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's probably the way I would lean to. They're probably going to want to get Ben Rice in there. And you said they're facing Peterson tomorrow. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll take the Martian out because he'd be batting right-handed. I would definitely think that. So they put Rice in at the DH, and uh, you think maybe they would put Rice at first, DH Goldschmidt, and keep Grisham in center and put Goldie and put Belly in left.
Well, then Dominguez sits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dominguez probably will sit because he's lefty on the mound.
On Sunday, yes. On Sunday, yes.
Oh, yeah, on Sunday. I'm sorry. Yeah, and then tomorrow, then probably not. Then
Tomorrow's a righty. Yeah.
Yeah, then they'll just have Rice.
Yeah, that's what I'm anticipating.
Yeah.
Anyway, really, really good game for the Yankees. One more time for the road.
Over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Kobe Jeet with the final question says, is it too soon to talk about who the Yankees will trade for? I think we're getting to that point over the next couple of weeks where we're going to really take a look at it. And I think before the end of May, we should definitely do an episode that breaks down, maybe 10 trade candidates that we think could be a nice fit. But TK, any final thoughts here before we wrap it up to watch the Knicks finish this off with 4:22 left in the fourth quarter?
Well, good win. Back at it tomorrow. Should be a good one. And they got Freed going game 3 on Sunday last. So, dude, I honestly, every time he's like, my calendar is circled on his start days now. Like I had that for Cole, but like I've really enjoyed watching him pitch this year. You always knew that he was good, but obviously when he's in Atlanta, like you're not watching him as often. But I've really kind of grown to appreciate how good of a pitcher he is and how good of a season he's having. And being able to like live up to the lights in New York, but it's all going to come down to the postseason. But I think that he'll be fine. He already had that experience in Atlanta with the World Series run. And let's go Knicks. Looks like they're going to close it out. They should win this game. Better not blow it. There's no way they do.
No way. It's now they got 32-point lead with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. They're good.
Playing the Indiana Pacers in the Eastern Conference Final. I'm sorry, my girlfriend's from Indiana, so
my mom's from Indiana.
Your mom's from Indiana? No way.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have to, a little war in the house, but that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. So.
I don't think she cares. Like I don't think she could even name the basketball team from Indiana. I don't think she cares at all about basketball. But anyway, we love you anyway, Mom. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Go Yanks.
Peace out.
Hey, while I've got you here, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Pinstripe Territory is the official Yankees podcast of the Foul Territory Network. We are home to the #1 most watched MLB postgame show on YouTube since 2021. We're here after every Yankees game and for reactions to all the best news and rumors during the offseason. Be a part of the show by calling into the voicemail 718-899-1068. Try to keep it clean for me. And if you ever miss us on YouTube, be sure and subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms. Go ahead and rate us 5 stars. It'll help other people find the show. Thanks for watching. See ya.